does a win like that mean to your group? You know, you're down 2-0, offense not really generating much, and to have that comeback, what does that say about your group?
Yeah, no, it was. We knew it would be tough just given the schedule. 3-3s, get back, quick turnaround. But I think it was, going through the season, you play in a lot of these situations, 3-3s, and you learn a lot. And then we just stuck with it. We phoned our game with about, I would say, 7 to go in the second. I thought our third period was our best period, and when we needed to be good, when the game got hard, I thought we did a great job away from the puck. Cleaned up some things, defensively, and I'm really proud of the guys. There hasn't been too many times this season where it was probably our worst 15 minutes that we played all season, but you got to find ways in pro hockey to win games when you're not great. It's going to happen. It's a long season, and I thought the guys just stuck with it. I thought we gamed it out in the third period, end of the second. Really proud of them.
You see the physicality start to ramp up in the second too. You know that this team can score goals, but when you have that extra element, especially with playoffs coming, how does that add like an extra?
Yeah, no, it's a really good point. Like I'm a firm believer you got to check to win, and you have to. We have a really skilled team. I want us to be a hard skilled team, and I think the guys have bought into that identity. We know we could score, but our play away from the puck has ultimately got us to the position we're in right now. And I believe in keeping pucks out of your net. Those are the teams that are always there at the end of the season, and the guys have bought into it. You have to play with the level of physicality in this game at this time of the year. And we were on a really, we had a really tough schedule, with you look at the last 7 games, we play Laval, Charlotte, Providence, in Syracuse last night. Might have been the best game we played all year. And regardless of the record, we played physical and we didn't get pushed around in those games, and it said a lot about our group. And I thought we got better. You want to keep getting better as the season goes on, and I thought we did a great job of that. And I think we're in a better place now than we were 7 games ago.
You kind of perfect there. The losses in this month, a lot of them have been by 1 goal. Really close games, but what did that stretch really teach this group that now we're starting to see with back-to-back?
Yeah, no, you're asking really good questions. No, I think it's good to go through it. It's probably the first time we went through some real adversity in the season. But we were playing good hockey. We just got away from the things that the 2 games in Laval, we had leads with 6 minutes to go in a game and we don't get points. So you learn from those experiences, and I think it makes you better in the long run. Rather go through it now than, hopefully we get into the playoffs and have it, in the playoffs. You go through it now, and I think we're better off because of it.
At least to me, this was as noticeable as Hellenius has been in a while.
Yeah, he was in, kind of shuffled the lines with like 10 minutes to go, put him on the wing with 2 veteran players. I thought when he's physically engaged in the game and he's attacking pucks and he's, his habits are really good, he's staying on pucks, he's a really good player. We need more of that from him, at this time of the season, but I thought he had a really good night tonight. Made a big time play on the Brandstrom goal.
Yeah, came deep in the zone to get a loose puck, and away he went, and then found a guy who was.
Yeah, a lot of times, good defense leads to offense, and if you check well and you're responsible, I look at Noah as a great example. Like he's Dunner, like those guys, Yabo, like they check really well for centers and they get rewarded.
There's always little things that have to make a difference somewhere along the way, but just your first goal, it's a stick lift behind the net that keeps up on the line.
No, you're right. It's those little at this time of the year where the margin for error is so small, the little things are the difference in the game. So, you know, whether it's coming back in your own zone, stopping in the house to make sure you're not giving up anything in the slot, you're winning 50-50 battles to keep pucks alive, you're getting pucks out at your line when you have to, when we had extended shifts, but I thought we did a really good job blocking shots and taking away the middle of the ice. Casey's a really good player, makes a lot of really good plays, so make sure you're getting in the shooting lane. But those are the difference in the game, and I thought we did a really good job of that when the game got tight.
What has been kind of the biggest differences for Austin right now? I mean, he's going in.
Yeah. He just, he's a relentless worker, and behind the scenes, he works as hard as anyone I've ever been around. His daily habits, he's a really process-oriented player. Practice is like, the term they practice like it's your last one. He practices every day like that. He's in the gym. He's on the ice always working on stuff to help his game. And, at the start of the year, there was probably a lot of people from the outside. You just look at the stat sheet, and he had 1 point in 11 games, but he was arguably our best 200-foot player, and it was just a matter of time. And we're really fortunate to have him. Can't say enough about him and his inner drive to want to be great. And you go to Syracuse and you have 3 goals, probably the hardest place to play in the league. I think he has 6 points last 2 games there. Like I said, we're fortunate to have him, and he's been excellent for us.